This morning, I'm going to take you on a tour of the Edmonds Unitarian Universalist congregation, a tour of our facility and a tour of some of our plans so you can see how we are preparing for reopening. We're so excited, and you're pretty much used to this view if you watch Sunday services, my carefully curated bookcase, but now I'll reveal sort of the rest of the story and take you along with me. So we've got the bookcase, the carefully curated view, but if we turn around a little bit, you'll see that stuff is not quite as neat as it appears all over my office. We got a lot of stuff going on here. So it's just sort of movie magic that we do on Sunday mornings, but the rest is still here. I did want to show you this piece that's up on the wall if you've never been in my office. I love that saying. I love that saying. And they ministered unto each other, because that's what we do every single day. Let's walk down the hallway and see the rest. Coming out of the minister's office, we're in the administrative wing. It's a gorgeous day. The friar place is down there. It's a beautiful room. Cecilia's office. Some mailboxes. The nursery. We walk into the RE lobby, and down that hall are some of the RE classrooms. Behind me is this open air space in the midst of our buildings, beautifully landscaped. Out here is the part of the nursery playground. I love this place. Portraits of our founders, Maybelle and Stuart Chapman. And I'll get a little closer to each one. Stuart and Maybelle. And we come out here and we've got a couple of things going on. Most of the bulletin boards are as they were when we entered the pandemic. Most of the materials are as they were. And if you look up at the cross beams, you can see that there's words on them. They are the words of our affirmation, at least the first line. We need each other. And so we come to this place to work and dance and laugh and cry and think. Those are the words that you get to see when you walk in these front doors. We've got some other people on the property and they're making various kinds of noise, and that's okay. The property itself is alive, and we love that. Make sure I can get back in the building. Wanted to show you a banner that's out here that showed up, I think, sometime during the pandemic. I think the sunshine will make it a little hard, but you'll be able to see it. Side with love. That's what we're all about. Siding with love. It can be a challenge, but we're up to it. Look at this gorgeous day. We're gonna come back in and take a look at Chapman Hall and see what's going on around there. Look at that blue skies. Blue skies. Incredible. I'm so glad to be with you. All right, let me lift up the doorstop. Got the door shut. This is just a beautiful sort of poster. I just love that. I think it is gorgeous. We'll come into the narthex. When the facility is open and everything is working well, you get coffee around here, another bulletin board, some furniture. We've got these beautiful stained glass door insets, our memorial bulletin board. And we come in here, and I bet there's someone already in here. We're gonna go in Chapman Hall. I'm gonna turn on all these lights. Someone will be surprised. That's okay. So coming in here to Chapman Hall, and I'd love to tell you that we have union actors on this set, but in fact, what we have is Charlie Beltman, who is one of the people who's building our beautiful new dais, and we're gonna take a closer look at that. You remember the painting that Susie Wind did for us is still up there. Just gorgeous. We're walking over here and taking a look at this dais. It is a brand new platform that they're building for us with a step, only one step, it's somewhat lower. And the big feature of this dais is right here. This is gonna be an ADA compliant ramp so that people who don't do steps can get up on the dais. And we're so excited for that. Here is our chalice waiting to be put back into use. We're excited about that too. If you look up here, these grates, this one and that's where our speakers used to be. I'll show you where they are in just a moment. They're no longer up there, and they're not gonna be up there. We are redoing the sound system. There's gonna be new assisted listening. We're redoing the lighting. We're putting in a video setup. We're doing all kinds of stuff, and much of the work is being done by members and friends of this congregation. It's hard to describe the depth of talents and interests of people around here. It just never ends. The stuff that you find out that people can do, that they want to do, that they're willing to do to bring this place to life. So, these are the speakers that were up there. I don't know if we're gonna use those speakers or not, but whatever we use, it's not gonna be up in the ceiling anymore. We're hoping to make much better sound for everybody. Much better sound for people who are sitting in the hall, and much better sound for people who are at home or wherever they are on a screen enjoying the service or whatever's going on in here at the same time. So we're preparing for a new day, preparing for a new chapter, preparing for a new beginning. I want to show you something else as we walk around here. Hey, Gordon. Hey, Charlie. There you go. I think this stuff is going to be a part of upgrading our heating and ventilation. Because one of the challenges that the pandemic has pointed out to us is that our present heating and ventilation system does not bring a lot of fresh air into Chapman Hall. And if we're gonna have people in there and continue to deal with whatever we deal with regarding the pandemic, we gotta have more fresh air. So we've hired a really amazing contractor to work on our system so that it brings in more fresh air. And here are our amazing furnaces that mostly provide heat for Chapman Hall. And when our contractor is done, Chapman Hall will have a lot more fresh air in the mix, and then we'll be able to have more people in there. Probably still masked, at least for a while. This up here is the loft. This is where the youth group meets when they are able to meet inside. There is a projector, there's a screen, there's speakers. You can see it's a nice big space. That's art that the youth group did some time ago. It's just amazing. Just amazing. All right. So those are some of the things that are being prepared for us. We're also going to be bringing on new music staff, musician, composer, conductors, 2 of them. One is Melanie DeMoore, who has been with us before. You can see videos of her preaching with us and singing with us. We're going to bring her in for the second weekend of the month, starting in September. October might not technically be the second weekend because October's got a funny beginning to the month. But generally on the second weekend of the month, Melanie DeMoore will be with us. She'll bring us Friday evening Vespers on Saturday. People who want to sing with Melanie DeMoore will be able to sing with her, learning music for the Sunday. And the joy of Melanie DeMoore is that you don't have to be able to read music to sing with her. She doesn't hand you a piece of sheet music. She just teaches you to sing. And as Melanie likes to say, if you can breathe, you can sing. And I'm guessing that's going to be an all-ages experience for all ages that want to participate. So a full weekend of music with Melanie DeMoore each month. And we're bringing in musician, composer, conductor Eric Lane Barnes, who spent maybe almost 12.5 years as the artistic director of the Seattle Men's and Women's Choruses. He's going to work with us in a more standard choral format and bring us a Friday evening service once a month on a different Friday, probably the 4th Friday of the month. It'll be a music service with hymn singing and choral anthems. We'll probably have a homily by me or Cecilia. So these 2 offerings, these 2 musician, composer, conductors are going to come and join us for the new church year. All this stuff is going to start in September. So Melanie DeMoore, Friday Vespers, Saturday singing, Sunday service with me or Cecilia doing a homily, and Melanie and you all doing the singing, whether you came on Saturday to prepare or whether you're sitting in the pews or watching on the screens. And then on the 4th Friday, Eric Lane Barnes bringing us choral anthems and hymns. The rehearsals for Eric Lane Barnes Choir will be on 2 Sunday afternoons that he and those of you who want to sing with Eric Lane Barnes will figure out. So we've got all kinds of exciting stuff coming. And I'm telling you all about this in part because we're at the place where we have to plan for the new year. And part of the planning for the new year as members and as pledging non-members of this community is planning our pledges. This is pledge season. This is the time when we decide what the future of this place is going to be, what the new beginning is going to be, what the new chapter is going to be like. We know that the future will unfold. It's up to us to decide how. So I want to talk to you about our pledging. And I say our very specifically because one of the uniquenesses of this congregation is that all of your senior staff pledge to support the operations of this congregation. It's not a requirement that you pledge to be a part of our staff. It's not a request. It's something that we do because we believe in the mission of this congregation. Gathering together, nurturing the Spirit, living our vision of a just and sustainable world. We believe in this. We believe in this congregation. We believe in you. None of us are members of this congregation. Our spouses are not members of this congregation, but we pledge. I can tell you that in this present fiscal year, my spouse and I are pledging just about 14% of what I get paid to be the senior minister. This congregation is very generous. We have people who are pledging between $10 a month and $200 a month. Maybe more. It's actually 10 to, geez, maybe it's $2,000 a month. I don't even know. All kinds of people making all kinds of pledges and engaging in a particular kind of generosity. My beloved and I pledge the amount that we do because we believe in this place, because we want to make a pledge that makes a difference, because our experience is that when we are generous, we feel better. We feel more connected. We feel more committed to the mission, to the people, to the possibilities of this place. And we want you to feel the same way. We want you to pledge in a way that means something for you, to pledge in a way that will mean something for this community, so that we can bring these beautiful new possibilities of music, so that we can bring beautiful new possibilities of faith development for our children, so that we can bring beautiful new possibilities of justice making. This spring, we've invited Barbara E. Ford to come and preach and do a workshop related to the changes in our environment and how we can adapt ourselves to be with our grief about climate and stay committed to doing what we can. We're also going to have Paula Cole-Jones, who has been working for decades with Unitarian Universalists on anti-racism and anti-oppression. She's going to preach for us, and she's going to bring a workshop on the excitement around the possibility of us and the Unitarian Universalist Association adopting the 8th principle, an actual active stand to dismantling racism and oppression and white supremacy. These are the things that we can do when we support this place. My wife and I are all in. We are Unitarian Universalists. We are attached to this congregation, to this mission. So are your staff. So are lots of people you know in this congregation who pledge in a way that means something to them. We are about transformation. We are about opening a new chapter, a new beginning, being together and being ministry in a new day. I hope that you have received your information from the stewardship campaign. There is an opportunity for you to renew your pledge at a level that makes you feel like you're making a difference. There's also an invitation to contribute on a one-time basis or over the course of a couple of years to the work that we're doing in Chapman Hall so that we can have new equipment and have all the things that we need to engage multi-platform ministry beautifully and well. It is such a privilege to be ministry with you. The Reverend Cecilia Kingman and I say on a regular basis to ourselves, to each other, to anyone who will listen, that we feel like we are the luckiest ministers in the Unitarian Universalist Association to have you and to serve with you and to bring this mission to life. Let's do it, my friends. We love you and we can't wait for the new day.